In the Defense Budget 2022, 25% of the R&D budget is allocated for industry-led design and development. To translate this number into a reality, the Ministry of Defense has released a list of over 18 major defense platforms that are identified for industry-led design and development under various routes: Make 1, Make 2, Special Purpose Vehicle, and IDEX. Now, what does that mean? That means now every single player of our domestic defense industry, from large manufacturing entities to MSMEs to startups, all have an equal opportunity to collaborate and participate in the design and development of big defense platforms, including lightweight tanks, Indian multi-role helicopters, long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, naval shipborne unmanned aerial systems, low-orbit pseudo satellites, plug-and-play housing infrastructure for soldiers posted at extreme altitudes, communication systems, anti-jamming systems, hypersonic glide vehicles, unmanned autonomous AI-based land robots, etc. This can be seen as a good beginning for the scaling up of defense innovation culture in the country. From an environment where the defense sector used to come in light only for big things, big shortages, big deals, big imports, and big scams, to present day scenario, we all are watching this gradual transformation in the defense sector of our country and how it is inching toward the self-reliance goal. A robust industrial ecosystem is the first requirement for a self-reliant defense sector. By keeping that in mind, the work on 2 defense industrial corridors is going on at a good pace too. One in Uttar Pradesh, another in Tamil Nadu. 2 major industrial locations of the country, where also a big chunk of our professionals belonging to IT sector exist. The nodes that are identified in the UP Defense Corridor are Agra, Aligarh, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi and Chitrakoot, while the Tamil Nadu Defense Corridor is connected via the cities like Chennai, Hosur, Salem, Coimbatore and Tiruchirappalli. Both states have a well-developed industrial infrastructure, excellent connectivity, road, rail and air connectivity. And in the case of Tamil Nadu, even the water connectivity and the advantage of coastline is also there. Well-functioning industrial ecosystem, manufacturing clusters, MSMEs, including defense MSMEs, proximity to our strategic defense assets, presence of aerospace and engineering institutions, and a number of other factors that are critical for the growth of a defense manufacturing hub. Tamil Nadu is one of the highly industrialized states in India. There is a network of over 113 industrial parks and the highest number of special economic zones in the country. While Uttar Pradesh is a home to over 143,000 MSMEs, and there are also a good number of operational special economic zones related to IT sector in the Noida and Greater Noida region. In this year's budget, the decision to integrate both defense corridor with the PM Gati Shakti master plan has been taken up. Now someone can ask, what's the use of this information for a professional not belonging to the defense sector? Do we know that these days our kids are performing music bands at the National War Memorial in New Delhi. Through their performance, they are not only celebrating the courage, patriotism, and a call of duty, but also inculcating a fresh spirit among the youth. The more our youth will develop a bond with our defense forces, the better it is for our future. When these youth and their fellows will grow up, they will develop the defense innovation and technologies that will contribute to our national strength and Aatmanirbharta. And this activity is a small yet impactful improvisation in that direction. The role of our professionals in the self reliant drive of our defense sector is something similar to this. The government is opening up new opportunities for the domestic defense industry and the small big players. But what we need now is an environment. And an environment cannot be built through budget allocations and policy reforms alone. It takes the creative and imaginative abilities of the youth. We have done this in the past with other national aspirations too, be it Digital India, Make in India, Startup India, or Stand Up India. And we have seen that when our youth direct their energy toward the national aspirations, we as a nation achieve the desired results. Building a self reliant defense sector of Bharat is our common national goal. How we can use our abilities and skills to create an environment, to leverage the existing opportunities more effectively, and if possible, how we can use our innovative abilities to develop the new possibilities by keeping the complete supply chain in mind. This is something to think about. If we could direct some of our energy in this direction, we will win this war of Aatmanirbharta early and more effectively.